Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless to every single one of you. Today is November 4th. It's 10:30 p.m. Welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Uh guys, we have some breaking news coming out. Um and this is not good. It's absolutely not good. And the reason why it's not good because the people that I know, the people that ran from Venezuela and from Cuba, they could tell you that this is not good. This is not good. What's going on in New York? Um, they just elected Zerwan. All right, they have elected Zerwan, um, and this is the first time ever in U.S. history that you don't have a right, you don't have a left, you don't have an independent. You have a socialist now. All right. And that's something very, I mean, that's again, it's a wake up call. It's a wake up call. All right. It is a wake up call. Now, guys, look, I'm Hispanic and I know a lot of Spanish people that, again, I went to South America many, many times. I went to countries that's, socialist. And look, I gotta say it. A lot of Hispanic up there in that rotten apple. You guys, again, many of you went for Zarwan. You should be ashamed because you guys ran from the same place that he represents. You guys ran from Venezuela. You guys ran from Cuba, but you still put Zarwan in that spotlight. It's really sad. It is. It's really sad. A lot of Hispanic did went for him. They went for him. So there's going to be a massive exodus. There's going to be a huge exodus. Again, a lot of people are going to leave. Approximately, I think 700,000 people are going to leave. All right. So here's the thing. People is not going to get free bus rides. People are not getting free bus rides because the mayor is not authorized to give free bus rides. It's the state. And the state of New York said they're not going to be doing the free bus rides. So the people that went for that nonsense is going to be very disappointed that you're not going to be getting that free bus ride. Um, the rich people, like big companies, they're leaving possibly to Texas or perhaps Florida or somewhere that it's more common sense. All right. So again, for those of you that just tuned in, New York, you guys, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. And look, I used to live up there. I used to live in New York and I used to live in New Jersey. And today was basically all Democrats, basically, the night of the left. All right. So I think New Jersey just elected a female Democrats. Good for her. Congratulations. I never liked the Phil Murphy. He absolutely done not that much. Virginia also has a female governor. Congratulations. But New York, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with the people up there in New York. Hey, to all the Dominicans out there and all the Hispanic out there with the bodegas, yeah, you think you're gonna have a free discount and stuff like that? The bodegas is gonna get hit really hard, really hard. A lot of people's gonna regret going for Zerwan. All right, let me just read some of this breaking news that's coming out right now, and then I'm gonna read some of your comments. But at the very end, everything is in God's hand. So we are definitely seeing a 2.0 of Barack. But this time, it's a mayor for New York. Okay, here we go, guys. So New York City has officially elected a it says here a name that I'm not gonna say. Basically elected Zarwan. It says here Zarwan has won New York City's mayoral race. NBC News poll project after the 34 years old socialist energized progressives in the city and across the country while generating intense backlash from President Donald Trump and the Republican as well as some Democratic moderates. Look, I believe Trump is gonna give this man a hard time. Trump said that he's not gonna be giving funds to New York. He's like, "Nope, I'm not giving no funds to NY." Trump said that he's going to deploy the National Guards, and again, the National Guards is for the crimes and, ICE, agents and stuff like that. But, he's gonna give this man a hard time, Donald said. Donald said that he's gonna keep an eye on Zeron. He's gonna keep an eye on that man. All right. So it says here, Zeron nominee on Tuesday handily defeated former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who ran as a third party candidate after losing the primary. All right. So New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who mounted a third party campaign for re-election after winning as a left in 2021, dropped out of the race. I don't know, guys. I just feel like all this is selected. All right. It's already selected. Um, it's like they already planned this thing because it's too good to be true. All right. So this is a the tip of the iceberg of our beloved country being given to foreigners. So along the way, he pushed aside to one of New York's most iconic political dynasty, not once but twice within 5 months. Again, referring to Eric Adams. So among other items, Zerwan wants to freeze rent. He- Again, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. So he wants to freeze rent on rent, stabilize units, enact universal childcare, create a free bus program, and launch city-run grocery stores. Good luck with that. All right. Because the state of New York just said that they're not going to be doing that free bus ride stuff. All right. They're not going to be doing the free bus rides. But I guess that's what the people want. This is where we are right now. This goes to tell you that the true Americans are slowly fading away. The true Americans, the patriots, the true citizens are slowly fading away, and we are seeing new people in our beloved sleeping giant country that don't have the same pride and belief of the red, white, and blue flag. Their mind is somewhere else. They really don't care about our sleeping giant constitution no more. They just want something new. They just want to experience something new. They're tired of this sleeping giant. They are tired of God bless America, or a pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. Again, they just want something new. And why? You got something new, and it's not going to be good. All right, so Zarwan wins New York City mayor's race. Texas governor, Texas governor said, "Join me. Join me for a moment of silence for New York City. My thoughts and prayers." Man, hey, I'm not trying to be funny here, but he's right. Hey, join me for a moment of silence for New York City. Thoughts and prayers. All right, guys. Um, I don't know what happened. It seems like there was some bad connection going on. But I truly apologize. I don't know if you guys could see me now, but it seemed like there was some really bad connection. All right, so it seems like some people's tuning back in. All right, so again, guys, for those of you that just tuned in, New York just elected Zerwan, and a lot of people are just in shock. a lot of people, it's like, what's going on in New York? What's going on, New Yorkers? You guys okay? But it just it's a whole new ball game now. Give me a second here. You guys can say whatever you want. I'm cool, moderator. Give me a second here. The news of Commune becoming New York City mayor is so shocking. Lewis had to say wow multiple times. Give me a second here. It says here this country has lost all its common sense. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. Um, a lot of people's forgetting about the tradition of this beautiful country, the red, white, and blue. What this country represents. A lot of people just forgot about it, and it's just people just fading away. They just the great American tradition is not installed in them anymore. Their mind is in a new future, a new system, a new world. We want a new empire. We are tired of this old, the red, white, and blue. I pledge allegiance to the flag and all that type of stuff. People want something new. They just fed up with all this here, and it seems like NY. A lot a lot of people just completely lost their ways. They just don't see the American tradition anymore. Um, this is the first time ever that New York has elected this individual. First time ever. And that's very concerning, guys. 200 something years, this great empire that is one nation under God, under Christian value. We kept it that way, and that's what made us very strong, very powerful. The most powerful country in the world. We kept it like that. But the problem is, guys, is that the doors were open, and you got so many people just coming in. Millions came in. Millions came in. A lot of people came in. And when they came in, they don't know anything about this land tradition. They don't know anything about our sleeping giant country. They only know what they have in their country, which is like Nicolas Maduro or Castro or those other leaders. When they come here, they really don't like what sleeping giant again represent. The rotten apple is filled with foreigners. And I do believe a lot of Hispanics, they went for Zerwan and a lot of Hispanic. And I do believe there's going to be a lot of people packing their bags and they're leaving. Hey, I don't blame them. Those people that didn't went for Zoran and look, pack your bags and just, go somewhere else. So, yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen to that NY. Give me a second here, guys. Um, Zarwan getting the loudspeaker set up on all the buildings, someone said. 100% tariff if New Yorkers try to move to Texas. Yeah, I think that was Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Here's the problem. He can't do that. He can't. Look, I did my research and I think Texas governor was messing around. He was just messing around. But you can't tariff your own American citizens. You can't do that. So, but here's the thing. I don't mind the people that voted against Zerwan. I don't mind them coming to our states and stuff like that. Look, guys. At the very end, we are all Americans, right? We are all Americans. But here's the thing. Those that went for Zerwan, if things goes really bad for you up there, again, if NY start going down, don't leave. Don't leave. Stay up there because that's what you guys chose. No, they need to stay where they are and fix it. You know what? Yeah, I agree with you. Brenda? Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I do. I take that back. I take that back. Yeah, I agree with you. They might as well just stay up there and fix that problem. Yeah, you're right. Just running, just making it worse. It's just giving them more power. But yeah, just stay up there. Just fight for your city. Again, at the very end, guys, sometime, evil comes and into the power of the spotlight. Hugo Chavez did it, Nicholas, Castro, all these other leaders. I mean, it just, you know, but there was this one picture I saw, and it's a picture, it's a meme. Um, you have Uncle Sam. He's dressed up in that suit with the hat, and he's in a church on his knees, and he's praying and crying at the same time. Um, I could I could see the Statue of Liberty in tears right now. Give me a second, guys. The, guys, a lot of people on X are not pleased. Officials now confirmed that at least 7 people have passed in a UPS plane crash in Kentucky. That was earlier today, guys. There was a plane that went down, and my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. I was at work when that happened, and that is very sad, very sad. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, so we do have a message from Texas governor. We do have a message from Texas governor. For those of you that don't know, Texas governor said, "Join me, join me for a moment of silence for New York City. Thoughts and prayers." Well, once again, sending my condolences and prayers. Again, because again, I believe NY is gone. It's over for NY. Again, that's the reason why I moved out of there. I used to live in NY. I lived in New Jersey, and I moved out of there. It's just the reason why I moved out because it's filled with gangs and drugs, and I was heading in a one path. I was heading in a one path, and I was addicted to drugs, and I almost died of overdose. And but God gave me a chance, and I repented, and I accepted Jesus as Lord and Savior. I've been clean for 20 years. All right, give me a second here, guys. Um, ooh, the New York Post. Look at this here. They're not playing. They're not playing. The New York Post cover tomorrow. Hey, look, if you guys live out there in New York, if you see this newspaper, you again, can you purchase one for me and just send it to my PO box? The PO box address is in the description box. Uh, I could pay you, if you send this newspaper. Here in Florida, it's hard to find the New York Post. It's really hard to find them. It's really hard to find them. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, so Curtis is coming out. Curtis says powerful people try to silence us. We, the people, will always be united. That has been our quest from day one. Some of the most powerful people in the world mobilized to silence us and tell people, don't vote for Curtis, don't vote for you. And the people vote for Andrew. Woo. Give me a second here, guys. I'm looking for some more information at the same time. Okay, so the connection is good. All right, let me just read some of your comments. I'm not seeing a lot. I'm not seeing too much. Um, Now, don't everyone send Lewis a magazine of the New York Post. Oh yeah, I should have never said that, man. Yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be a whole bunch of New York Post coming to mind. I mean, the Post lady is gonna be like, "Hey, you got a whole bunch of newspaper here." Classic. New York do it to themselves. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They do it to themselves. They do. And then they complain too much. I got families and friends that live in New York, and they always complain too much. The rent is too expensive. I can't afford it here. And this, you had the opportunity. to change things around, but you guys chose to continue in that same spot. Here's the thing, guys. Me being Hispanic, and I could tell you this because I used to live up there. Spanish people go for the blue because they want free stuff. And I remember asking my families, why you guys go for the blue? Oh, because the red would take all the benefits away. They would take everything away. I mean, and they get pretty upset, again, but it's just very sad. It's very sad. We go for the blue because they keep us, they take care of us. If you go for the red, they would take your stuff away. Well, good. It means that you need to get up, go to work, be independent. The Red Dragon, China, I mean, they don't give free stuff. They tell their people, you got to work. Again, you have to work. You have to work. But, they found a way to deceive people. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't bite the hands that feed you. I take care of you, you take care of me. All right. So, but I don't think Zoran is going to be doing that free bus ride because again, he doesn't have the power. I mean, he's going to be the mayor, but the only one that could give free bus rides is the state of New York. And the state said they will not give free bus rides. So a lot of people is going to be disappointed. All right, give me a second here. DeSantis is offering all policemen to come to Florida for better pay. Yeah, yeah. Um, there's been a lot of police. Look, I live in Florida, and I've seen a lot of people coming from New Jersey and New York, and a lot of those people, most of them were cops too. And again, they love it here. They truly love it here. All right, they truly love it. And but um, when they came down here, they came here with their kids, and there was a huge, huge fight in high school where I live at. And it was kids from New York and New Jersey going against the Floridians, and I guess they weren't getting along in that high school because again, you had all these kids coming from up north, and it was really bad that year. It was 2021 or 2022, but that kind of eased down. But I do believe there's going to be another massive exodus. I believe a lot of people is going to leave New Jersey, but a lot more people is going to leave New York. And yeah, I do believe there's going to be a massive exodus. Um, the rich people, they probably going to leave. Um, they might come back once Zarwan is out of there. But yeah, New Yorkers, what is wrong with you? Look, I understand the Toronto Blue Jays beat you guys pretty bad. And look, I'm a Yankee fan, but again, I have common sense. I know well that I would not go for Zarwan. So it's just common sense. It just, something again, when you do your research and, check this person's background, again, a lot of stuff that he brings to the table is a red alert. I'm like, no, no, this is not good. He's gonna bring this to New York. He's no, I'm like, no way. But here's the thing, a lot of people don't do research. They just watch Telemundo or like the Spanish people. Again, they just watch the Spanish news and you know. Now, I do believe the Spanish people, I mean the Latinos, they went for him. I don't know about the African Americans. I didn't see the statistic on that one. I heard that it seems like the whites are leaving. I believe the whites and the Asians are leaving. All right. So I think they're gonna pack their bags. One thing I noticed, I see a lot of Asian people here in Florida. I see a whole bunch of them here in Florida. All right. So and they're very nice people. They're very, 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 very respectful and they work hard. And to be honest, I don't see a lot of them collecting like the benefits. Asian people, they work hard. They work hard. They work hard, all right? And I don't see too many of them collecting benefits. But again, it's mostly like Hispanic and blacks. Give me a second here. Zarwan, the three words found in his name. Iran, Hamas down. Someone said World War III start. Oh, World War III has already began. I mean, since 2001, what happened in New York, that started everything. Yes, the rotten apple now. It's been the rotten apple, but what we are seeing is the maggots that's coming out. The maggots are coming out, which is, the person that won, he's considered a maggot now. He's coming and he's going to be spreading all the other maggots. But yeah, I live here in Florida. Look, guys, we just need to pray for New York. We do. We need to pray for them. Hmm. What about the JEWS? I was thinking about them too, because there's a whole bunch of them out there. There's a whole bunch of JEWS. They're out there. And they said they were going to leave. But here's the thing, guys, they control a lot of stuff there. So if you guys lived in New York or like in the northern part of New Jersey, you see a lot of Jews up there, a lot of them. Now, the Jews that I see a lot is the one that wears the black hat and they have the long sideburn and they have like the black coats and they dress in black and everything. And then, they kind of stay away from Gentiles. I mean, they don't want to be close to Gentiles for some reason, but there's a whole bunch of them out there. I forget the name of them. I mean, I know they Jews, um, but they stick together, they stick together. So I don't know if they're gonna stay in New York or if they leave it. I think they might stay in New York. They might stay in New York. But one thing I'll tell you guys, this is gonna be a huge experiment. We're gonna see how all this plays out. Are we gonna see how all this plays out? Now, New York City is the biggest city in the world when it comes to GOP. I mean GDP, excuse me. Orthodox. Okay. Are you sure they're Orthodox? I don't know. I used to live up there, up north, and every time, I'm walking the sidewalk and I see them like walking towards me, they cross the street like I'm some kind of evil boogeyman, and they just run away. Like they look at you and they run away like they fear you or something. And I'm like, mm-hmm, okay. The president leaving. Give me a second here. I'm just reading some of your comments. Give me a second, guys. I have a feeling that this was a purposely planned move. Give them the dog leash. Um, well, again, like I said, guys, New York has a lot of history, from gangs to violence to drug dealers to civil war to I mean, so many things. Now we got Zerwan. Um, the good thing is he's not a governor, so he's just a mayor. So he doesn't control the entire state. All right, he just control one part of New York City. But yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna be like taking over, and I mean, he ain't no president of the United States. We already had one in 2008, and that man really messed up everything. Okay, give me a second here, guys. The president wasn't on the bat. What? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find something here. Give me a second. And remember, guys, at the very end, this is just politics stuff. It's all politics. At the very end, just leaving God's hand. Don't let this, anger you or bother you. But again, we just need to pray. God will always be in control. But I do believe that God is trying to wake up America. God is trying to wake up America. And it's time for Americans to start repenting. So the name, Mohammed is the most popular name among newborn boys in New York, is why anyone surprised that Zerwan won the election for mayor. So, hold on. It says here, I'm trying to figure this out. It says Trump says lost election tonight across US. Trump wasn't on the ballot and shut down were the two reasons that Republican lost election tonight. Oh, one thing, guys, I tell you that tonight it's the night of the Democrats, and like I say, guys, this is all political stuff. It's gonna go back and forth. 2028, it could go to the Democrats. You know, it go back to the Democrats. It goes back and forth. You know, and this is something that it's been going on since the very beginning of America. And just imagine America just being a liberal. It will not survive. It will not be uh, a very powerful country. America has two parties, and it's been like that for a very long time. Now we have a third one, and his name is Zarwan. Now people keep saying that he's a left. He's a left, but he's a extreme left. Extreme. Um, Angels don't fall. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. If you don't, again, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing. All right. I know you don't talk to your mother like that, right? Try to have some respect. But anyways, give me a second here. We don't fear anything. Absolutely. Again, God did not give us a spirit of fear. God did not give us a spirit of fear. Remember, guys, even Daniel and the Israelites were taken to Babylonian captivity under King Nebuchadnezzar. You know, King Nebuchadnezzar was he was a lot worse than Zerwan. King Nebuchadnezzar was brutal. King Nebuchadnezzar was a man not to play with. All right. So those Babylonians were not they were not friendly. They were not friendly. They destroyed the city of Holy Land. They really tore up the place. I think it was Judah, like the southern part, if I'm not mistaken. They really, really destroy everything. That is so 100% correct. No fear. Hebrews 13:13. Let verses go forth, therefore, into him without the camp bearing. I'm gonna have to read that verse, search up that verse. I truly apologize. Um, all right, guys. So now that the election is over, I pray that they open up the gov and stop playing games because now we are being told prepare for chaos. Again, this is coming out from the White House that there's going to be some major chaos because of the gov shutdown, again delays and stuff like that of the flights. I mean, things are it's not looking good. It's absolutely not looking good. Also, guys, I was thinking about the ballroom that Trump is building, the ballroom next to that White House. Um, I feel like there's a lot more than just a ballroom. I I feel like they're building some kind of underground bunker in that ballroom. I mean, again, 300 something million dollars to build that. That's a lot of money, but I do believe they are building some kind of escape route or like, some kind of hidden underground in that ballroom. And by the way, guys, I mean, again, I can understand Donald, it's a beautiful ballroom and look at this and everybody's going to love it. Here's the thing. I won't be able to go in there and sit down and grab a menu and order food. That's again, it's basically meant for the rich people, for the most powerful people. We don't see stuff like that. The only thing we're gonna get is Applebee's, Chili's, or Popeyes and stuff like that. We get like the little cheap ones, while the rich get the beautiful golden toilet, the most expensive menu, probably possibly $500 plate. So, again, we never gonna experience that. But one thing I tell you, the day that Jesus comes and takes us with him, he's gonna take us to that new world, and we're gonna have that supper, and it's gonna be worth more than that ballroom or whatever food that's presented here in this world. Imagine that the day that we see Jesus Christ, we're gonna all be together. And again, we ain't gonna be seeing none of this stuff that's happening here in that kingdom of heaven. All right. It's already had an older bunker. Yeah. Well, I think that was back in 1902 that was built. So I don't know if they had a bunker in there, but I do believe that the White House has a escape route, and I do believe they have like a bunker. And I think Nancy, she was in a bunker, but that was in the Capitol in 2021. Remember when they stormed the Capitol and stuff like that? They were hiding in bunkers. Um, I went to park in front of the White House and they have that place on lockdown. There's a hunter statue I want to go see, but now it's off limits. The White House. I think the last time I went to DC was in 2020, 2019, and they had the fence and everything. They had everything all because I went because there was a march of prayer and Franklin Graham was there. So there was like over 100,000 people. And I was there. I was, sending prayers to a lot of people. We took Bibles. We gave Bibles to a lot of people. Kind of help and preach the word of God to the people out there in DC. They have bunkers in mid cities underground. Yeah, they have. I do believe that bunkers are being prepared now. FEMA is also preparing their bunkers. Yeah, Trump administration told FEMA to get the bunkers ready. I think it's in I think Virginia because there's a military base there, Norfolk, Virginia, but there's also a bunker around that region. And so the Trump administration told FEMA to get that bunker ready. And that was back in, I think it was March or April of 2025. All right. So, and now we are hearing that Russia is going to send hypersonic missile. Again, it hasn't been confirmed, but they want to send Orishnik. And guys, that is not good. We cannot have Orishnik in Venezuela. For those of you it's getting kind of chilly here. For those of you that don't know what's Orishnik is it's a hypersonic, and there's nothing that could stop it. There's no missile defense system. And the last time they dropped it was on Ukraine last year, and it kind of spooked NATO. And that was the last time NATO fired long range towards Russia. But Orishnik that they launched last year, it didn't have nuclear warheads. If they had nuclear warheads, it would have been a big problem. But they want to send that missile to Venezuela, and hopefully they don't, because that would spark World War III. Just imagine Orishnik close to U.S. Again to the U.S. country. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna refresh the page. New York Post goes full Cold War. They're not playing, guys. Like I said, they're not playing. Ooh, mm-mm. Wow. Wow. Someone just hacked Zerwan. Someone just hacked Zerwan headquarters screen and they put the name Trump is your president. You see that? So someone just hacked Zerwan's screen and instead of saying Zerwan victory, it says Trump is your president. Man, someone just hacked it. Um, oh, mm, all right. Well, it's a good night for the left, but it's a bad night for the right. Welcome to politics. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second here. All right. So I guess this is where we are right now. Give me a second here, guys. Okay. I got one more video coming up. It's going to be over Grand Supreme News. And the Department of Homeland Security is urging that NASA release the images of Three-Eye Atlas. They're saying that something is wrong with the Three-Eye Atlas, the interstellar or whatever, the mothership, whatever they call that thing. So they are saying there's something wrong. There's something not, adding up. So they're urging NASA to release the footage, to release the images of Three-Eye Atlas. Now, remember, guys, NASA is not releasing the footage because, again, the website is down because of the government shutdown. So NASA website is down, and so I got a feeling once Three Eye Atlas leaves, then there's a possibility the U.S. is going to lift the gov shutdown. Also, I just want to say something really quick. It seems like Bubba, I think that's her name, the Bulgarian woman, the blind woman, her prediction of 2025 of a brand new light during a sports event has not come true. Supposedly November or October, November. And that was supposed to be like during the baseball game. And you guys already know the Dodgers already won, so there's no more games. Um, and Brandon Biggs, supposedly a prophet, also said that he had the same vision as Bulgarian woman Baba. Um, so again, it seems like that prediction, that prophecy did not come true. But what did Jesus said? What did Jesus said? No one knows the day or hour. Jesus also says there will be many false prophets and many false teachers. People need to start waking up. If you want to find Jesus, open up the Bible, open up scriptures. If you want to hear if you want to hear a word from God, open up the Bible. A lot of people nowadays is just, people just tired listening to the rapture. I'm sick and tired listening that name, the rapture. And, people just fed up because, of false hope, false prophets. I do believe Jesus is coming, but we don't know when. I mean, it will be soon, but we don't know when. Also, guys, a lot of these false prophets have have gained thousands of dollars with all their false prediction, especially Pastor Joe, the man that said that Jesus was going to come not once, not twice, but three times. And then he said that the reason why Jesus didn't come is because we were going by the wrong calendar. We supposed to be going by I think the Jewish calendar. Instead, we are going by the Gregorian calendar. All right, give me a second here. Leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon YT maps, time frame, Satan little season, someone said. That breaks, dude. Nope. No, people's gonna learn the hard way. People's gonna learn the hard way. For some reason, it seems like people love following. these individuals. People love following Zerwan for mayor for New York. People love hearing Brandon Biggs, or people love listening to, again, but nobody is listening to Jesus. You know, Satan took a third of the angels from heaven. A third, a third of the angels were cast out of heaven. You know what's a third? I mean, that's basically almost the entire angels were cast out of heaven. Satan was the one that formed a rebellion and got every all the angels to turn away from God. A third of the angel were cast out. Satan was thrown out of heaven. A third. And then I started thinking, there's a possibility a third of human could be thrown in the lake of fire. A third. What did Jesus said? Jesus said, "The road to heaven is narrow. Not many will find it. The road to hell is straight." Which again, which means only a few people will go to heaven, but a great number of people is going to hell. And there's a possibility, just like a third of the angel were cast down, a third of humans will also be cast down. I mean, again, people need to ask themselves, am I saved? I mean, I know Jesus. Look, here's the thing, guys. Knowing Jesus, I mean, Satan knows Jesus. Lucifer knows Jesus. The demon knows Jesus. Remember that time when there's a story that Jesus walked into this room and there was a man, he was chained, but this man was possessed by a demon. When Jesus walked in, the man that was possessed by a demon, that demon knew who he was. That demon is like, whoa, you're the Messiah. You're the Son of Christ. I mean, the Son of God. What are you doing here? And I think the name of the demon was Legion. I think that was his name, Legion. Legion stands for many are with us. So again, Legion is a demon, and he has a whole bunch of demons with him, and he's a very, very, very powerful demon. And Jesus silenced him, so he silenced Legion really quick. Look, the devil knows Jesus is real. I mean, again, everybody could say, I believe in Jesus, but do you truly believe in Jesus? Do you truly, truly believe? Do you accept Jesus as Lord and Savior? Are you doing the work of Christ? Are you walking away from sin? Are you, staying away from, all these evil, wicked stuff? Are you staying away from false prophets? Are you staying away from all these people that is using God's name and, uh, for profits, or again, staying away from these mega church that call themselves, a follower of Christ, like Joel Osteen and all them? Anybody could say, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but it doesn't mean that you're going to go to the kingdom of heaven. Remember, Jesus is going to say to many people, turn away from me, for I never knew you. You who practice lawlessness, turn away from me, for I never knew you. And you know what people's going to say? But didn't I prophesy in your name? I believe in you, Jesus. I know you're real. You know what Jesus is going to say? Turn away from me. I never knew you. You who practice evil things. How many people here? I know a lot of people, I know a lot of friends that is committing abomination, the LG stuff, the LGB stuff. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna end it here. I gotta go pick up my son. He just called me, and I have to pick him up from work. But thank you so much for tuning in. Pray for New York. Pray for each other. Pray for peace. God bless you all, guys. Have a good night. I got a video coming up. And I just got some. Hmm. All right. Later, guys. Peace.